Okay, so this is part 2 of the JavaScript intro. We're going to go over loops, if-else statements, and functions. I'm just going to erase most of this. So let's do a while loop. So first we need a variable. Let's make it a boolean. Let is over 21 equals false. So while 1 is absolutely equal to false, and this equals is assignment. This is saying that if it is false, we're gonna do, while it is false, we're gonna do something. So we're not assigning the value of false to is over 27 is over 21 here. We're over here we are not assigning it. We're just saying that because it is false, we're gonna do some stuff, and when it's not false, we're gonna stop doing that stuff. So I'm gonna document dot write, come back when you're older. So this is essentially saying if you're not over 21, come back when you're older. And if we ran this right now, it would be an infinity loop because we never make it true. But we're also gonna make a new variable. Let's call it age. Age equals 19. Sorry. So we're gonna document dot write our age. So for each iteration over the loop, we're gonna see come back when you're older, and we're gonna see the age, and you are then gonna go and say age plus or equal to 1. Alternatively, you could do plus plus, or if you wanted to subtract, of course in this case we're not gonna subtract, you could do minus minus or minus equal to 1. Doesn't really matter. Just with plus plus, you can only do 1 at a time. Let's say in the future we wanted to do 5 at a time, where we would do something like this. I'm just gonna do plus or equal to 1 for now. And we're gonna say if age is absolutely equal to 21, which is what the 3 equals mean, absolutely equal. We're gonna make is over 21 equal to true. Come back when you're 19. Come back when you're older. Of course, we didn't do the line breaks in between them. So come back when you're older. We document to write the age. Come back when you're older, and then we do the age, and then it breaks out of the loop when we are 21, before we are 21. So let's just rewrite that neater. This really, just for less confusion, should have just been is 21. Doesn't really matter now. The next one I'm going to show you is a for loop. Very similar, but you declare your variables on the top. Well, you don't really have to, but it's pretty useful if you know what numbers you're going to use. Let a equals 10. While a is less than 15, a plus plus, and we're just gonna console.log a and we should see the output here. So we see 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and we stop before 15 because, as you see, we're consoling logging until we reach 15, and then we stop. So while A is less than 15, so we don't actually get up to 15. The next thing is functions. Functions are written like this. Function and then whatever your name, the name you want to do it, call it. Console.log. I'm just going to comment out the console.log for the first one, and we're going to give it a parameter. So it's not going to console log A because we haven't defined A in the scope. It's really going to take whatever we use to call, whatever number we put inside the function call. So this is a function call. It's essentially saying we're going to put 5 into the function. 5 is going to replace the A, and we're going to console log 5. So essentially A over here is a placeholder. It could really be anything. It could be dogs, and it doesn't really matter. It works the same way. So dogs is a placeholder, so we'll see what happens in the console. Gonna refresh, and we get 5. You could have sent it a Boolean, or you could have sent it a string, and that's basically it. And just for a understanding purpose, let as opposed to var has a bracket scope or a box scope. So if you define a variable in here with let, we cannot access it here. Let's make it true, just because we like nice people. So I'm gonna refresh it, and isNice is not defined, and that's because let has bracket scope. So let only exists within this bracket, but if we give it a global scope, we could access it in within the bracket. So this just forces us to declare all our variables globally, and we'll get into global versus local scope in another video. Of course, B is just a placeholder, so we're just going to console log, and we're going to console, actually not console log, sorry, we're going to place isNice into our function stuff, and so we can access global variables inside functions and inside brackets, but we can't access variables created inside brackets globally. So stuff is nice. We're just putting the isNice into stuff, so this should return true. So essentially we're saying we are nice. So let's refresh and see if we can access isNice, and we do see true. I'll include more information about let in the docs. In the description.